Starting off with Marcus Manilius in the 1st century Astronomica. In his book Astronomica,
Astronomica.
that book right there that he wrote in the 1st century, the time of Christ. Now, he wrote this as poem. Think of Nostradamus. We have scholars throughout the centuries. Apparently this book went under, picture like a submarine going underwater and then it resurfaced again. But numerous scholars try to decipher his poems. And he wrote it during the time of Emperor Augustus, who died at 14 AD. So when Jesus was around approximately 14, 15 years old, or when he got together with Augustus, I'm in the belief, and I've done some video, I did a video on it, my video catalog, talking about Marcus being a magi, because the knowledge that he knew, he had to get it from somewhere. I think it was from Alexandria, a library, before it was burnt down, which was sad. It's sad. Now the videos that I'm gonna be doing, because this information is so much. This is rapid fire, like we say in the military. Because this here, there's a message here. I mean, this is just day one, and already I am flooded. Like, think of a dam busting, and you're flooded with information, and you're saying, okay, where do I start? Without, I might be on target, I might be way off in left field. If I can make 1% of this piece of puzzle put on the table that connects, then I feel that I've done my assignment. I keep staring at this Marcus Manilius quote. This is, remember, scholars put together this information. And that's their interpretation. In its own person, the swan hides a god as being in disguise of Jupiter. And the voice belonging to it, it is more than a bird and mutters to itself within. Fail not to mark the man who delights to feed the birds of Venus, in pens on the rooftop, releasing them to their native sky or recalling them by their special sign. For those who carry in cages throughout the city, birds taught to obey words of command. Men who total wealth consists of a little sparrow for such performing birds. Marcus Manilius, 1st century, book 5, page 331. Now I have the book Astronomica, and I said, you know what? Let me go to the poem and read it myself and see what I see and see what the difference. So I did that, and this is what I found. But first of all, in his book, Marcus Manilius, regarding comets, he has inflammable earth vapor ignited by dry air. Number 2, stars attached to and then released by the sun. Number 3, God's means of warning mankind against impending calamity. In other words, doom, omen, destruction. So I just throw that in there because this comet got a lot of people's attention. They're already putting 1812 on it, and we all know what happened in 1812 with the New Madrid fraud. And every time it comes around, weird stuff happens. Also, Marcus Manilius, page 77, book 1, 898 through 919. Regarding comets also passage civil discord and strife between kins. In other words, it caused strife between the kins. You know, people are gonna go local, I guess what that means. You're gonna have so much disorder, influence. That's my understanding of that passage. Also, it goes on to that page too. It talks about the sea was determined on the sea. The fate of Rome threatened with the female yoke hanging in balance, and the very thunderbolt crashed with the sternum of Isis. Wars between slaves. And it goes on regarding comets. Remember, he did it in riddles. He did it in poems, like quatrains. So you have to understand, if you knew the knowledge, you know, there's codes here. The book of Revelation, the book of Enoch. Enoch is basically straight up, you have this Holy Spirit, or the Spirit of goodness. And he talks about the swan. Jupiter himself placed it in the sky as a reward for the shape with which he shares, admiring LEDA. So let me do a quick check on Google, see who he's referring to. Okay, he was referring to
The king of Sparta married a beautiful princess called Leda.
Okay, he's referring to Leda. Okay, let's get back to the passage. So this is in okay, he mentions Leda, but I'm going to continue this journey here, East Coast of the United States. Who knows what they know that they don't want to scare the pup. The video that from Andrew Collins, which really recommends an hour and 15 minutes. But if you're really truly into this mysteries, I highly recommend that, because in this video, he hits it. He hits it out of the park. You got the bird symbols, Remember, this is the ancient past. He just talks about the constellation that we're talking about, the connection from the ancient past, the clues they left behind, giants, you name it, the builders, Göbekli Tepe. So I highly recommend you check out this video here. I just did and blown away. This is heavier than I thought. There's a lot of connection here, and they all seem to align. Remember the fallen ones, the Enoch tells them, they all would fell from, seem to want to remind themselves to try to get back to where they fell from. They had most of their structures align with that constellation right there, Cygnus. This is the Comet is giving us a story, but it's also reminding us of the past, and also reminding us coming calamity, coming doom. You know, people don't want to hear that. They want everything be rosy. I mean, this video is not meant for weak-minded individuals. I should have said that from the very beginning. That chosen ones. Just picture us right here, four corners. Those gifted and with the patience, regardless of the frequency, the language, because it's around the world. Who looks at the stars? So going to be having dreams. Revelation chapter 17 verse 5. Working on it. I'm putting this together. Learning, people. I'm learning, because there's just so much mythology in this Cygnus, the SWAN constellation, that meets the eye. I mean, every culture talks about this constellation. It's amazing. It's enlightening. Okay.